Breaking news tonight, tariffs. You've heard the word on the news. You've seen it in headlines. But what does it really mean for you right now in your everyday life? In the next few minutes, we'll cut through the noise and explain tariffs in the simplest way possible, showing exactly how they hit your wallet, your grocery cart, and even the job market around you. A tariff is, at its core, just a tax. But unlike the taxes you see on your paycheck or at the cash register, tariffs are taxes placed on goods that come from other countries. Let's imagine this. A company in Canada wants to buy steel from China. If there's a tariff of 25%, that steel suddenly costs 25% more than it used to, the company still needs the steel, but now the price has gone up.
And that increase doesn't just sit with the company, it usually gets passed on to you, the consumer. This is where tariffs start to feel personal.
The higher costs filter down into everyday products. Cars, appliances, electronics, groceries, almost everything we rely on involves global trade. So when tariffs go up, the prices you pay can follow. For example, during the US-China trade war a few years ago, tariffs on imported washing machines caused the price of those machines in American stores to jump by about 12% in less than a year. A $500 washer suddenly became more like $560, and that hit families directly. But it doesn't stop at higher prices. Tariffs can change the way companies do business. While some businesses may choose to buy locally to avoid tariffs, it can be good for domestic producers who suddenly have an advantage. A farmer, for instance, may benefit if foreign food imports face a tariff because local products look cheaper by comparison. Governments often defend tariffs as a way to protect local jobs and industries. On paper, it makes sense to protect your own workers by making imports more expensive. But the story has another side. If foreign countries don't like those tariffs, they often strike back with their own. This is called retaliation. If one country puts tariffs on steel, another country might respond with tariffs on wheat, cars, or oil. And suddenly, industries that were supposed to be protected are now facing higher barriers abroad. Canadian farmers learned this firsthand when China slapped tariffs on canola oil in 2019, leaving shipments stranded at ports and farmers scrambling with massive losses. So in simple terms, tariffs act like a double-edged sword. On one side, they shield certain industries and jobs at home. On the other, they raise costs for businesses and consumers, and they can spark trade battles that hurt exporters. For the average person, the most immediate effect is usually higher prices at the store. Even small tariffs can ripple out. Think about electronics. A single smartphone has parts from more than 40 different countries. A tariff on just one of those parts can nudge the final price higher, and you feel it when you upgrade your phone. Governments use tariffs strategically, like tools in a negotiation. When trade talks stall, tariffs are often the first weapon pulled out. They're visible, they're powerful, and they make headlines. But while they may sound like governments fighting each other, the truth is that the cost often lands squarely on everyday citizens. The next time you hear about a tariff in the news, remember this. It's not just a story about international politics. It's a story about you, your wallet, and the choices you make in stores every single day. So, when the price of that new TV feels a little higher, or your grocery bill seems heavier than usual, ask yourself, could a tariff be part of the reason? And here's the bigger question: are tariffs really protecting us, or are they quietly costing us more than we realize?